Tonight on DC News Now, we're watching and monitoring the latest on our weekend snow potential. All these details coming up.
Millions of gallons of sewage flowing into the Potomac River.
My heart's just really hurting for the river and the watershed and everyone that enjoys it.
Why DC Water says your drinking water is not at risk, and how long before a broken pipe will be fixed.
President Trump taking a victory lap, celebrating the first year of his second term, but he was met with protesters who want to see him out of office.
Virginia's new governor making some big promises, how she's planning to cut down costs across the Commonwealth.
Traveling across the country at a discount. We're helping you stretch your dollar with an Amtrak deal honoring America's big birthday.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
I'm Susan Tran. We continue to see the frigid temperatures all across the region, but our focus seems to be shifting over to the snowstorm that could hit the DMV this weekend as we take a live look outside at the Washington Monument and a very colorful map for us on the right.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer is here. And Jackie, you've already issued that DMV first warn day for Sunday.
Yes, for Sunday. It looks like that would be the day where we see the accumulating snowfall, and we already have the frigid air in place. That's going to be arriving Saturday. So Sunday, more so the snow. Saturday, really the primer for that snowstorm as temperatures highs only into the lower 20s on Saturday. Yeah, colder than the day today. Anyway, put this into perspective. Satellite and radar out there right now. We have high pressure with us. So overnight tonight, still going to be another frigid one. Temperatures likely dropping back in those teens to lower 20s. We're already seeing some of those teens on the map right now. 19 in Frederick, 13 in Martinsburg. We're upper 20s already at this point in the district. Wind chills a little bit colder. Thankfully, those winds are calming down. However, still a little bit colder than those actual air temperatures. We're right around the teens to low 20s at this point. But over the next few days, I would say Wednesday and Thursday, especially into the afternoon hours, good days to prepare ahead of time, ahead of this weekend's potential for accumulating snowfall. And then by Friday, where it's back to the cold with those highs into those mid-upper 30s. But Thursday, hey, high temperatures right around 50. That looks to be a nice day. However, as we look ahead towards the weekend, it looks like the weekend great both days to stay inside. We're talking about that frigid air arriving and also impactful snow becoming likely, especially for Sunday. Again, we're still fine-tuning those snowfall amounts and where the heaviest snow could be. But overall, looking pretty frigid and snowy out there. And again, it looks like the next couple days, good time to prepare ahead. So more details, timing it all out, and look ahead towards that 7-day coming up.
All right, Jackie, and be sure to stay with our DC News Now team of meteorologists as we track the snow for the weekend. Just go to our website, dcnewsnow.com/weather, and there you will find current conditions and interactive radar and live weather cameras so you can get a look across the DMV before you head out the door.
Developing now at 9, millions of gallons of sewage from Maryland is flowing into the Potomac River. A portion of a pipe collapsed Monday night along the Clara Barton Parkway in Montgomery County.
That does stink, doesn't it? And that's where we find DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live. And Daniel, the wastewater continues to gush. What's the timeline look like for the patch?
Susan and Chris, there are crews working around the clock to try to fix this, but it's not an easy fix. You can see right behind me that there is still a ton of sewage coming out of the ground right here along the Clara Barton Parkway, just east of the 495 exit. It's going to be like this for a few days.
It looks like a flowing river, but it's not meant to be here.
We had a collapse in our Potomac Interceptor, which is a sanitary sewer line. This is a 72-inch pipe, and it carries about 60 million gallons a day.
Now, all that sewage is flowing into the Potomac River, but they are working on a bypass system to contain the overflow, redirecting the sewage upstream from the break, down the dry C&O Canal, and back to the Potomac Interceptor downstream.
Creating the bypass is going to take a couple of days. Once they do that and they're able to excavate and get a better look at the damage to this pipe, then we'll be able to determine the timeline for repairing this.
Cyclists who frequent the area are concerned about the Potomac River's water quality.
I hope it can be fixed as soon as possible, and my heart's just really hurting for the the river and the watershed and everyone that enjoys it.
As for drinking water, Sherry Lewis with DC Water says the Washington Aqueduct uses water that's upstream of the break.
Drinking water is safe.
Lewis says the Potomac Interceptor is more than 60 years old.
It's in need of rehabilitation. We actually currently have a high priority rehabilitation project that is being done to rehabilitate sections of this pipe that are the most vulnerable,
to hopefully prevent this from happening again.
So if you are planning on traveling on the Clara Barton Parkway tomorrow morning, frankly, for the next several days, expect delays on your morning commute because there is a good chunk of the right-hand lane that is blocked off because crews need space to work on this sewer main break. We're live in Cabin John, Maryland. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
That story definitely stinks. Daniel, thanks. All new tonight. Confusion on the Metro when a cloud of smoke blanketed the platform at the McPherson Square station this afternoon. Well, MATA officials say that an overheated brake pad on a non-passenger train caused the smoky conditions. The train was removed from service, causing delays at that station. Passengers say they usually have a pretty tame experience on Metro, but were concerned about what they were breathing in.
Just thinking, like, it cannot be healthy to sniff in whatever it is that there is in the air right now.
Agency saying the station was deemed safe earlier tonight and apologized to passengers for any inconvenience.
Metro also dealing with a cracked rail right near the Stadium, Armory, and Eastern Market stations, causing delays on the orange and blue lines this morning. The trains were running on a single track because of this crack right here, so crews could make the repairs. But even though they were able to fix it, WMATA says there were still residual delays.
President Trump marking 1 year into his second term. Demonstrators taking to the streets of D.C. to protest his performance and policies. Many gathering at Pershing Park here, some walking off their jobs to mark the 1 year milestone. Demonstrators criticizing the president's leadership, his approach to governing the district, and deployment of troops on city streets. They chanted and vowed to make their voices heard at the ballot box.
Hoping that we are eventually going to impeach him and get him out of office and return this country back to what it used to be.
And meanwhile, the president marked the anniversary by highlighting what he calls economic gains, including lower gas prices and increased 401ks, income, and investments.
There were also protests in Maryland rallying against the intense immigration enforcement. You can see roughly 70 people here in Bowie holding up signs along this walking bridge that crosses over Highway 50, trying to get the attention of drivers below. They're demanding an end to the ICE agents' aggressive tactics they say put other people in danger.
For my neighbors, it's for people that I don't recognize our country. I mean, I don't understand where this is going to go. Where is it going to end? You know, people can't leave and walk down the street without being worried about being grabbed.
Just that, just the visibility to let people remind that they're not the only ones who are concerned about what's going on in the country.
They say they're going to continue with these visibility brigades for the rest of the month, positioning themselves here at this walking bridge every Sunday and Friday from 2 until 4. Over in Hagerstown, the protest was over at the public square against a proposal to build an ICE detention center there. The Washington Post reporting the plans, but the city administrator telling the mayor and council members that ICE has not told them anything about these details, adding that Hagerstown does not have the infrastructure to accommodate one. And Maryland Congresswoman April McLean Delaney, as well as Senator Chris Van Hollen, they're at the rally as well to say that they want to step up pressure on Capitol Hill to rein in Homeland Security tactics, which they say exceed the department's authority.
In the district, 2 local nonprofits accused of exploiting kids have now been shut down. The attorneys general from D.C., Maryland, and Virginia say the founder of the Maryland Youth Club and Virginia Youth Club is also banned from doing business in D.C. An investigation revealed the nonprofits were recruiting kids from low-income neighborhoods to sell candy door to door. Youth clubs claim that money would fund scholarships and other activities, but the AG say that money was actually used for the personal benefit of the officers and directors running the programs. They collected more than $850,000 between 2018 and 2022.
The district's new at-large council member sworn in a day after being announced to the post. The full council approving Donnie Crawford's appointment to replace Kenyon McDuffie, who stepped down to run for mayor. Crawford is a former staffer for McDuffie, and she's going to serve on several committees, including public safety and transportation. Now, Crawford says she is ready to get to work.
To the residents of the District of Columbia, I stand before you today fully aware that I was not elected to this office, but I make you this promise. I will work every day to earn your trust through integrity, service, and results.
Crawford will serve through the special election in June to fill the seat until January 27th. There's also the November general election. So in theory, there could be 3 different people serving as the at-large council member within a year. 2 proposals in Maryland to slow the rapid rise in data centers. Montgomery County leaders looking over the bills. One would update the zoning code, create clear rules on where they can be built, and define buffering requirements. Now, the second piece of legislation would create a county task force to study the environmental, infrastructure, and community impacts before another data center could be approved. Both measures are expected to draw plenty of public input and debate.
Governor Abigail Spanberger giving her first speech to Virginia legislators, calling for unity and bipartisan efforts to tackle rising costs.
And she says that she is looking for ways to make housing and energy more affordable for families. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live. And with a strong majority here, does the governor really need to work much with Republicans?
Well, some of the more contentious issues, possibly, yes. But affordability, it's a win for everybody, arguably, in some cases here. So right now, the debate is on the data center issue right here in our backyard, as you had just heard, in Maryland, also in Virginia. And the sheer amount of power that they use has some residents concerned about the cost of living. Governor Spanberger signed several executive orders on day one, including directing state agencies to find ways to cut costs, including for energy. Our partners with ARL Now report that Spanberger has expressed interest to create a new cabinet position specifically focused on energy use. And in her address to the General Assembly, she said the state should expand energy storage opportunities to capture cheaper power and use during peak demand when prices are the highest. Also saying that she wants to expand programs to insulate and weatherize homes for low-income families. The governor also said Virginia will join RGGI, the regional greenhouse gas initiative that former Governor Glenn Youngkin pulled out of. She says RGGI helped bring energy costs down.
RGGI generated hundreds of millions of dollars for Virginia, dollars that went directly to flood mitigation, energy efficiency programs, and lowering bills for Virginia families who need help most. Withdrawing from RGGI did not lower energy costs. We have seen them rise.
How soon green forms of energy like offshore wind could come online, that might be complicated. That's because the U.S. Department of the Interior recently paused work for the Coastal Virginia offshore wind project. But on Friday, a judge ruled construction could resume while the case plays out in court. That's something that Virginia utility provider Dominion Energy said is essential to meet Virginia's dramatically growing energy needs. The fastest growth in America, they say. Other cost-cutting ways the governor proposed to the state legislature, that includes increasing the amount of time tenants have before they can be evicted from 5 days to 2 weeks, empowering local governments to adopt affordable housing programs, and proposing a revolving loan fund to support mixed income developments. The governor also says that she wants to help consumers save for prescription drug costs. And how to do it? She's proposing drug marketplace middlemen, known as pharmacy benefit managers, PBMs, and the savings they get from drug makers actually go to patients and independent pharmacies. Chris, Susan?
All right, Ben, thank you so much for that breakdown. A dog named Chase finally running home for a joyous reunion in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, the Yorkie's been missing for 3 years. Now, his family says back in 2023, Chase somehow managed to get out of the home. And despite looking everywhere for him, well, Chase was gone. Fast forward to last week when a construction worker found a stray romping around a site in Fairfax County. The animal shelter scanned his microchip, and there it is. Chase finally reunited with his family. And happy ending there. Look at all those smiles. Lots of kisses as well.
What was he doing for 3 years, Chase? Naughty.
He's on the run.
I know.